Hi, I'm Bob Campbell. I'm the Executive Director of Zion Development Corporation. And this spring, we had planned on our annual spring luncheon, as we usually do. And because of the COVID virus, we had to cancel it. Our goal was to have Pastor Ken Board from Pilgrim Baptist Church speak at our luncheon because he is retiring soon and will be moving out of town. And we wanted to hear his thoughts on the positive things that he has seen in the community during his 15 years in Rockford and where he sees us going forward and the positive trends that we have that we can build on. And so we have, in lieu of having him speak at a luncheon, have put together a little video where I ask him a few questions where we talk about those things and we talk about what opportunities he has seen, what opportunities he's seeing going forward, and how we as a community can continue to grow and improve and become a great community in the future.
My name is Reverend Kenneth Board. I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm the pastor of Pilgrim Baptist Church, and I served on the board of directors for Zion Development Corporation for a number of years under Pastor Denver Bittner's leadership and Brad Root's leadership as the executive director. It's the most impressive community development center that I've ever been a part of, and I'm just so blessed to have worked alongside these guys. And Bob Campbell and Pastor Thomas are doing an outstanding job along with the board here at Cadiz Cup to keeping the lights on and keeping this ministry vibrant and growing.
What drew you to Rockford?
I came to Rockford at the invitation of Pilgrim Baptist Church Pastor Search Committee in 2005. They called me to be the pastor on August 1st, 2005, and I arrived September 1st, 2005. It's been a great almost 15 years. Thank God for bringing me here. I've developed a lot of friends and relationships, lifelong relationships. So we thank God for the opportunity to have served here in the Rockford area.
What involvements did you have during your time in Rockford that have impacted you the most?
I was involved in a lot of nonprofit work here in Rockford, beginning with the Rockford Rescue Mission. I'm very proud of the work on that board of directors. Then Zion Development Corporation, which I spoke about earlier. I think working with Zion Development Corporation and working with Swedish American Hospital as the vice chair of the board, and working with Eliminate Racism 815, those three organizations, to my mind, have been the places where God has used me the most, even beyond the work that I've done in the church. At Zion Development, I learned how to do community assessment, to do need-based assessment, to be able to discern the needs of a community and to look for ways to replicate those needs throughout the community. Through Swedish American Hospital, I learned how to serve people, looking at the whole person, body, mind, and spirit, serving there as vice chair of the board. And with Eliminate Racism, learned how to get people involved from all walks of life to rid our city and our nation of systemic racism. So if I would sum it up, I would have to say most of the work I'm most proud of, having been here in Rockford, it's not my pastorate, but working on Zion Development, working with Swedish American, and working with Eliminate Racism 815.
Where do you see positive changes underway in our community, and what do you think will be needed to sustain those positive changes?
First of all, I see positive changes in relationships here in Rockford. Since we started Eliminate Racism 815, we've got people that are Lutheran, Baptist, Baha'i, Universal Unitarians, and people who don't believe in anything join this movement. So I see relationships very frank, very vulnerable, very impactful relationships being established across racial, class, and cultural lines. I think that will do us well as we look to transform Rockford. Transform Rockford itself, which I was on their board as well, I see as a great progress in our community, is looking to make sure Rockford become a top 25 city by the year 2025. I see a lot of work going on across nonprofit, across businesses, churches, and just communities to setting up various systems to make that happen. But I think the most notable work that I see that's happening now is the work that I'm seeing with our new mayor. He is really working with various communities and churches and pastors, making sure that he's listening. He has set the stage, I think, for what it looks like to be a leader, that he's always listening for opportunities to hear what's on the mind of people. So I think with our new mayor, with the new people we have on the city council, I'm hopeful that with the Winnebago County board and the things that's going on out at the airport, is really going to open up things for Rockford. Now what I see is that we just have to make sure that everyone in the community can tap into the opportunities that are presenting themselves.
Of course, the question of the day these days, what do you see as the way forward on the issue of racism in Rockford?
In relation to racism in Rockford, I see the way forward is for us to listen more. When you see a guy who's crushed and suffocated on the street in Minneapolis, every American saw that, and we looked in the eyes of the perpetrator, that police officer that really just snuffed the life out of George Floyd. It makes it difficult for people to deny racism. With that said, I see our youth, not just here in Rockford, but throughout the United States, really pushing all Americans, black, white, brown, people of all walks of life, to say that enough is enough is enough. So I think the way forward for Rockford is for whites to begin to listen more to non-whites, to be able to admit, yes, we do have issues with race and white privilege, and we're willing to confront it. It's not going to be easy, but as one of the local pastors said earlier, we're not going to hit the snooze button this time. We're going to allow relationships to develop organically and for people from all walks of life to come together. When I see interracial marriages in the city of whites hating their daughters for marrying black guys, and then when the child is born and they're loving that child with the love of Jesus, those kind of things can make race a non-issue in our nation. It's hard to hate someone when they're from your family, and we have to do more than have a conversation. We have to go across racial divides to make sure that we're listening. I believe listening promotes, engenders caring engenders love, and love covers a multitude of sin.
Thank you again very much for joining us today. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your prayers. God bless you.
Thank you for watching this Zion Development video. Here in 2020, we continue at Zion Development to build communities in response to God's love. I'm Pastor Mike Thomas at Zion Lutheran Church, and I serve on the Zion Development Board. I thank you for your support as we continue to build communities in response to God's love. We build communities here at Katie's Cup in the neighborhoods of Midtown, all the way down to the grand apartments on Broadway and 7th Street, where people coming out of homelessness find permanent supportive housing. We build communities at the Longwood Apartments up on East State Street and 7th Street, where seniors find secure apartments. We build communities at the neighborhood police house on 8th Avenue and the newest one up in McChesney Park as well. We build communities here in the Midtown neighborhoods through the Rockford Midtown Market on Saturdays, that you can come on Saturday morning in the morning and afternoon in partnership with RPS 205, where we also host and sponsor in partnership with Katie's Cup the Cars and Coffee. This is all about community building in the shadow of Zion Lutheran Church and that steeple behind me. We are committed to continuing to build communities here in the neighborhoods of Midtown and invite you to prayerfully support us financially in this journey. You can donate through our website portal, or you can send a check directly to Zion Development in the office address listed in this video at the end. I thank you for your support of Zion Development as we continue to build communities in response to God's love. God bless you.